Fox News covered the story extensively, as I said, last night. But ABC, NBC, CBS did not cover it on their nightly news broadcasts, nor did they cover it this morning, and they have hours of airtime in the morning. CNN did not cover the Maryland story in prime time last night. Ditto MSNBC. That is beyond anything I have ever seen in my 40 years plus of journalism. A story of that magnitude ignored by the national media. We all know why. Illegal immigration is a political issue. President Trump has made the apprehension of undocumented criminals a top priority. The Democratic Party is resisting that, saying that all illegal aliens are being demonized, and that presents a danger to that community.
That was Bill O'Reilly last night, slamming the media for ignoring the case of two illegal immigrants, at least, well, both of them are here illegally. They're accused of raping and sodomizing a 14-year-old Maryland high school student. They were put in the freshman class when they were 17 and 8 years old because of their poor language skills. However, without corroborating any of the facts, back in 2014, the three networks devoted 11 minutes over 2 days to the fake claim that a University of Virginia fraternity gang raped a female student. Let's take this to the political power panel. Former Bush 41 campaign director Mark Serrano and Democrat strategist Jessica Tarlov. Jessica, clear case of media bias here, right?
Absolutely. I think it's horrifying that it wasn't covered. I follow the news as closely, if not, top closeness of anyone, and I didn't see it for ages, actually, hours after I should have. I think it's a grave mistake to make. I understand why. I think that Bill is right about why it wasn't covered, and I think it's wrong.
Mark, 4 days after this rape and sodomization of the 14-year-old freshman student, Maryland's Democrat-controlled House votes to be the first sanctuary state. Let's listen.
In this case, there was a crime, there was a rape, and the immigration status of a defendant has nothing to do with, the crime that was committed, and those individuals will, should do their time in jail, and then if ICE wants to come in and deport them, that's absolutely fine. There's nothing in this bill that would preclude that from happening.
Again, victims being treated, Mark, like rounding errors. The question is, shouldn't voters of any state be allowed to weigh in and vote on whether a state should become a sanctuary state?
Precisely, Liz. Look, the Democrats in the Maryland legislature outnumber Republicans 3-1. I mean, in Maryland, they might as well be Bolsheviks, the way that they act. They have slapped this girl and their family, the 14-year-old victim, in the face for them to act on this sanctuary city legislation 4 days after her rape. They have lost all moral authority with this action, and it is completely outrageous. If we've seen any example that a sanctuary city is bad public policy that is enacted by people who are sympathetic do-gooders who enshrine bad public policy, this is the case. We can see the effects of the bad public policy, but Liz, the greater threat in Maryland and in this school district exists for 14-year-old girls who are still walking the halls of the school because the policies are still in place.
But, Mark, isn't this a problem with the school board and not a problem with the state legislature? I mean, this was a decision that the school made based on the language skills of the student. Listen, as I led with, I think this is obviously horrifying.
I hear what you're saying, Mark. Yeah. What Jessica's saying, they were 18-year-old. They should have been in senior class. They were in freshman class. Go ahead, Mark.
Look, Jessica, it's everybody involved. My goodness, the legislature, for them to act in this way, they didn't set the policy for the school board, but they are basically sanctioning. Look, in this case, there is only black and white. You are either on the side of the victim or you are on the side of the rapist, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm sure that wouldn't surprise you.
True.
What do you make of the fact that Rudy Giuliani was one of the largest offenders of sanctuary cities in 1996 when he was mayor of New York, and all the mayors and police force chiefs across the country that support sanctuary cities?
Jessica, come back to the 21st century, okay? We're talking about policy today in this school district, and so you support the sanctuary city policy in Baltimore and in Montgomery County. They have their own sanctuary policy in that county that fueled this rape, that created the environment for this crime.
Okay, we got to leave it there. Sorry, we do have to leave it there. I'm so sorry, Jessica.
I disagree with you, though.
I hear you. I want to get to this story. We also have 34 cities and counties across the country urging a federal judge to block President Trump's sanctuary cities executive order where he would pull funds. What do you think of that, Mark?
Well, look, it's more of the same. it is this culture. I mean, look, do you think the deficit in California State or in the Unified School District in Los Angeles is enabled partly by this open border policy? You know, this is where bad policy creates economic impact, but also an impact on a civil society and human beings.
All right, Jess, we have a 10 seconds.
All right, first of all, we don't have an open border policy. Second of all, there is a way for cities to cooperate with ICE officials and maintain sanctuary status.
We got to leave it there.
I'm waiting to see
pretty open. All right, we got to leave it there. I'm so sorry.